Hey everyone, it's Abby. How are you guys doing tonight? Hope this finds you all doing well, keeping up with the crazy weather we've got out here. Um, Tonight, I bring you a interesting um, email that this gentleman sent in, and he said that he is contemplating divorce. So he wanted to write in and get some of our opinions, not only mine, but yours as well. Um, so let's find out exactly what he says and see if we can help him. Got black, okay. Hmm. Okay, so it says, I'm in a toxic marriage. My wife and I met on a dating app a few years ago and fell in love and got married. Shortly after getting married, my wife turned into a nightmare. She initially came across as this caring and loving person, but since being married, she's turned into this extreme control freak. She freaks out when she sees me on the phone with my parents, brothers, or sister and on a regular basis and feels like I'm giving them private information about us when in fact I'm just having a normal conversation. This always causes a big fight, and then she doesn't speak to me for days. She is constantly fighting with my mom and had even told me that she hates my family and doesn't want me to contact them, and she doesn't allow our kids to see them either. She hates my friends and complains that I work 60 hours a week and every minute of my free time should be spent with her and the kids and not my friends. She says that I'm giving my friends her time and that I'm not loyal to her. She constantly threatens divorce because I'm wasting our time going to the gas station or the barber, and she has single handedly alienated us from everything and everyone, family, friends, community, because she says we don't have time together and wants to take advantage of every single minute. She constantly calls me at work to argue about random things, and my work is suffering because of it. She doesn't work and tells me her work at home is more stressful and harder than what I do at work. Tells me I have no room for complaint when the house isn't tidy or cleaned. I feel stuck in this marriage where I have no choice but to say the right thing or act the way she wants me to, otherwise, it results in a fight. I have suggested counseling before, but she constantly refuses every time I bring it up. She recently said that she would go to see a therapist, but meet with me, but said that she would be telling the therapist that I am abusive and a terrible husband. Side note, I'm not abusive. However, I do yell back when she takes things too far. Divorcing has become a serious option for me as our life has become too much to bear. What I would like to know is, am I overreacting? Would love to know your take on it. Unfortunately, because I've been alienated from everyone, I don't have anyone else to ask. Wow. Well, I will inject my usual disclaimer here that I am no professional and this is just my personal opinion here. Um, you know, that being said, I definitely feel you have some cause for serious concern there. Um, it sounds like she's having some kind of trust issues, if I'm being honest. Especially because she feels like she needs um, you to be with her like every waking moment. Um, for me personally, I think there needs to be a balance in a marriage between children, family, friends, community, and life, work, and life in general, in order for all of you to be happy. Um, but it seems like it's very one sided, um, from what you're saying. Um, I would, you know, be honest with her, pull her aside on a day where you're not having a fight, if that's possible, and, have an open and honest conversation with her and lay it all out on the table. Um, you know, let her know what you're feeling and ask her what she's feeling and why she's feeling like that. See if she can give you a reason why she's constantly like that. Sounds like she may be feeling overwhelmed by something, or past experiences that she's and fears that she's bringing into your relationship that may not necessarily need to be there, and she's just trying to control that situation, to avoid having you know that same situation happen between you and your marriage. um, I would talk to her about what it is you need, just not only for your relationship, but your life in general, in order for you to feel happy, and ask her what she needs from you, in order for her to be happy and feel safe and secure, and, you know, for you guys to both be happy in your marriage. Um, either way, I would highly recommend some sort of counseling, um, for you guys if you're even considering, staying, because it just really does sound like a toxic situation. And if you stay without something changing, it's just you're going to be miserable. Um, maybe talk to the counselor, ask them to, have a separate meeting with each of you, um, so that they can get your side of the story without interruption, or, without you clamming up or her clamming up, for fear of an outburst or retaliation because you said something or she said something that you didn't like, vice versa. Um, that way you can speak to the counselor open and freely. They're going to see, even if, she went in and said all these things that you're saying aren't true, the counselor's going to pick up on that. They're there to not only listen to what you have to say and understand your perspective on things, but they're going to be there to read between the lines, um, to kind of get to the bottom of what's going on there. You know, And really, if that's, if you're feeling that there's no change in your relationship dynamic, um, that there's not going to be any way to change that, unfortunately, divorce may be in your future. I, you know, I'd hate to think that, especially because there's children involved, and that's never ever good. Um, it's hard enough on the adults, let alone on the children. Um, but definitely some sort of counseling if you're really wanting to try and make an effort to work on these things, because, it sounds like it's on a downward spiral, and if something doesn't change, you're never going to be happy, and it's just going to get ugly from there. you know, um, I hate to hear about situations like this because it does affect so many people. It doesn't only affect the two people in the relationship. It affects so many other people. Um, not just the two individuals involved. You've got children, you've got family, friends, sort of thing. When you go through a divorce, you'd be amazed that, you think it's just you and that person. You don't realize how it affects everyone around you. So, yeah, definitely look into counseling. Um, but either way you go, I hope for the very best for you. Um, I hope you guys can work things out. If anyone has any suggestions out there, been in a similar situation, um, know someone who is in a similar situation, can give this guy some advice, help him out, please feel free to leave it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that little red subscribe button in the corner. Um, Send me your emails, any topics you want to cover, questions, concerns you have, about life, fetish, smoking, um, family life, what have you. Send me your emails and I will respond to them right here on our channel. And until next time, everyone, we will see you soon. Bye.